guys, I'm at the Sam Noble Museum in Norman, and I'm here to read you guys some books. Yay! So, look at this display that's behind me. It's like a fish tank where the fish are pretend. That is an armored jaw fish, and it's about to eat that cartilaginous fish. I have to wear my mask because it's their rule, but I want to read to you Prehistoric Animals, written by David Eastman, illustrated by John D. Dawson. Imagine a time millions of years ago when dinosaurs and other prehistoric animals lived on Earth. What was life like during prehistoric times? How did the creatures of the past live? Today, scientists hope to answer these questions by studying fossils. Some fossils are bones or teeth that have turned to rock. Some fossils are shells. Others are marks and impressions such as leaf shapes, footprints, or shell patterns left by prehistoric plants and creatures. When scientists find fossils, they clean them and number them. They note where each fossil was found. If they find many bones in one place, they try to fit them together to make skeletons. Scientists divide the Earth's history into time periods. Each period has a name. When scientists know how old a fossil is, they know during which time period the animal lived. Here are several time periods and some of the animals and plants that lived during them. Cretaceous period, Jurassic period, Triassic period, Permian period, Carboniferous period, Devonian period. There were many kinds of prehistoric animals. The first creatures lived in ancient seas. They were invertebrates. They had no backbone or spines. A jellyfish is an invertebrate. When prehistoric jellyfish died, they sometimes left fossil imprints in the sand. There were also many tiny animals living in these long ago seas. There were sponges, snails, and shell-covered animals called trilobites. Trilobites came in a wide range of sizes from less than an inch to nearly 2 feet long. Giant sea scorpions that were almost 9 feet long also lived in the seas. That would be a scary scorpion if it was 9 feet long. That'd be taller than your mom or dad. Some prehistoric animals looked like fish. They had backbones, but they didn't have jaws. Instead, they had holes or slits for a mouth. They ate small plants and tiny animals. Other fish-like animals had jaws. Some had armor or hard plates of bones and lived on the bottom of the ocean. Others had no armor but could swim very fast. Some early fish had skeletons made of bones. Others had skeletons made of cartilage. Cartilage is a bone-like material but softer than bone. Today, sharks still have skeletons made of cartilage. Some of the earliest creatures to live on land were worms and insects, such as giant dragonflies. Fish like the lobefin used its fins to crawl out of the water. Gradually, the lobefins evolved or changed into early amphibians. Young amphibians are born in and live in the water like fish, but as they grow older, amphibians develop lungs and are able to breathe and live on land. Areopsis was an amphibian that lived 225 million years ago. That's what scientists think. They could be wrong, they could be right. Prehistoric amphibians went through many changes. Some looked very strange. Scientists think that an animal like Simoria may have been an ancestor of the early reptiles. Maybe. Reptiles are born with lungs. They do not need to be born in the water. They have an outside skin made of scales or hard bony plates. Snakes, lizards, and turtles are modern reptiles. Most of the early reptiles were not very large. Some were only 1 or 2 feet long. Certain early reptiles probably ate insects. Others ate plants. Some had sharp bony plates or spikes on their heads and backs. Some reptiles were meat eaters who preyed upon amphibians. Bradiosaurus was a plant eater. This creature was 8 feet long and had claws on its toes. These sharp claws were probably used for digging plants. The metrodon had large jaws and very sharp teeth. This meat eater was 10 feet long and had a 3-foot-high sail on its back. As different kinds of reptiles developed, some looked like snakes with legs, some looked like crocodiles, and others looked like lizards, and yet others looked like dinosaurs. The age of dinosaurs began about 200 million years ago. There were many kinds of dinosaurs. Some walked on 2 feet, some walked on 4 feet, some ate meat, and some ate plants. Not all the animals that lived during the age of dinosaurs were dinosaurs. Some were reptiles that swam in the water or flew in the sky. Brachiosaurus was among the heaviest of the dinosaurs. Brachiosaurus weighed more than 89 tons and was 75 feet long. It had a long neck, and its front legs were longer than its back legs. This giant spent its time among the forests. It ate the tops of tall trees. Early meat-eating dinosaurs were not very large. They walked on 2 hind legs and had short front legs. Allosaurus was big. This meat eater was over 35 feet long. Allosaurus had strong legs and sharp teeth to hunt even the largest of plant eaters. Time passed and an even bigger dinosaur was born. It was Tyrannosaurus. This ferocious hunter was 50 feet long and 19 feet high. Tyrannosaurus had strong hind legs with claws, strong jaws, and teeth almost 6 inches long. These very sharp teeth could bite through bone. The duck-billed dinosaurs were plant eaters. Fossil remains from their stomachs show they ate leaves, seeds, twigs, and fruit. Some duck-billed dinosaurs had high crests on their heads. These creatures walked on their strong back legs. Iguanodon had hard, pointed claws. This creature was 15 feet tall and 25 feet long. When Iguanodon walked, it used its heavy tail to help it keep its balance. Some dinosaurs had armor for protection. Others had bones, horns, spikes, or hard plates. Triceratops had 3 horns and a bony shield behind its head. Ankylosaurus had a plate covering and a tail like a club. Strange prehistoric reptiles filled the seas. These huge monsters hunted their prey using their strong flippers and sharp teeth. Allosaurus had a neck like a snake and looked like a sea serpent. It was 43 feet long. During the age of dinosaurs, new groups of animals developed. Flying reptiles like pterodactyl and Rhamphorhynchus had huge bat-like wings. Pterodon was another huge monster of the air. Then another group developed. Scientists have discovered that today's birds are very likely related to dinosaurs. The 150-million-year-old fossils of a bird named Archaeopteryx have been found. This creature had feathers and wings, but it also shared some features of the dinosaurs. As the earth and weather changed over millions of years, a different group of animals became important. They were the mammals. In the beginning, most were small. Instead of scales, they had fur or hair. Instead of laying eggs, they gave birth to live babies. Unlike reptiles, mammals were warm-blooded. The temperature of their blood did not change with the outside weather as it did with cold-blooded reptiles. As the dinosaurs died off, the mammals grew larger and heavier. Some looked like tiny horses. Some had horns on their noses. Some looked like strange elephants, only smaller. Later, mammals began to look more like modern animals. There were huge mastodons with long tusks. There were saber-toothed cats, almost as big as modern lions. Their strong, knife-like teeth were 9 inches long. The mammoth lived in Asia, Europe, and North America. It was over 14 feet high. Scientists know that prehistoric people hunted the mammoth. They probably used spears made of wood, stone, or bones. But prehistoric people were more than hunters. On the walls of their caves, they drew pictures of the animals they hunted. In the dawn of history, there was a new creature. There was someone who could think. There was someone who could tell a story for the world to know. But many mysteries remain. Today, we're still following the trail left by prehistoric animals. By studying their fossils, we hope to learn more of the secrets of the past. It's a fascinating mystery to solve. I love you guys. See you later. Bye-bye.